Rachel from 7 in All, and today I'm going to be talking with you about daily rhythms. I'll be sharing my own daily rhythm that helps me to be productive throughout the day, and I'm also going to be sharing a free printable with you. If you're new here, I'll just introduce myself a little bit. I am a mom of 2 young boys, and if you are also a mom of young children, you will probably know that there is a lot of sameness in the days. There's a lot of tasks that you just do every single day. There's a lot of rhythm throughout the day, so that's probably part of the reason why people always say about this stage, the days are long but the years are short. But that's also a big benefit, because when there is sameness, when we can know what to expect from one day to another, that can actually really help us to be productive, rather than when we're in stages of uncertainty, stages of life where things are changing up every day, we don't exactly know what needs to happen. That doesn't lead to much productivity, and there will be some seasons like that when you're having big moves or big transitions. But when you're just settled and you have a couple of kids and you've got a lot of work to do in every day, it can really help to intentionally decide on a daily rhythm, that what you do during which periods of the day, and then by the end of the day you can look back on your day and you can feel content, and you can feel like, I did what I needed to do and I did what I wanted to do, because you were intentional with that daily rhythm. So I am going to be sharing a little printable that I made with you. It is available in either English or Spanish, and it will be available on the freebies page of my website. I'll link to my website below, and you just have to be signed up to my email subscriber list to get the password to the freebies page. And I always send it out in every newsletter. But you can go there and you can download this paper if you want it, or you can just get any old piece of paper at your home to kind of think through what is the ideal daily rhythm for you. And while you are going through this process of thinking intentionally about your daily rhythm, I would encourage you to ask yourself, look at a normal day of your life. Look at what you're doing in a normal day and ask yourself, are the things that actually fill all your time in a normal day, are those things that you're spending your time on the same as the things that you need to and want to spend your time on? Or are somehow things that aren't needed and aren't wanted somehow just encroaching and taking up time that they don't need to be taking up? That's my big question. I know it's pretty big, that I want you to be able to consider right now. Now I'm going to show you exactly my daily rhythm, how I filled it out, and the rhythm that I follow on my every weekday. Now I just wanted to show you right here, this is the printable that I made. It comes in either English or in Spanish. We're a bilingual family, so it's always important to me as much as possible to make my resources in either language. Very simple, and you can decide how you would want to fill this out. I'm going to show you how I filled out mine and what I did with it. Now, the remember this section that I put at the bottom, you could do with that what you want. What I wanted to do with that for me was just to have a verse that I have been trying to keep in my mind throughout the days here, a verse from Romans. And then this is my daily rhythm. By the way, if you are enjoying this video, if you are finding it useful, I would really appreciate it if you're not subscribed already, that you would subscribe and hit that, a bell notification thing, so that you can get notifications when I post a new video. And let's get started on the daily rhythm. So I separated this by 3 sections, because in a daily rhythm, we don't need to know the exact times things are happening. We just need to be able to keep in mind, what do we do first, and then what do we do next. So I have morning, afternoon, and evening, kind of broken up by the meal times. That's what works best for me in my daily rhythm. So I am a morning person. Now that my baby doesn't wake up all night long, I wake up before my boys do, and I get to work. That is my morning work time, alone time. I typically start my day with reading my Bible. I'll do Pilates. I am not a huge exercise person. My kind of exercise video is a 10-minute exercise video, but it does help me feel better more flexible, stronger. So I do try to make that a priority as well. And once I finish those, then I'll do my computer work for writing new materials for Where'd You Learn That, purely preschool, or YouTube comments, whatever. That's my computer time. Once the boys wake up, which again, this is a rhythm, so it's not based on a certain exact time, but when they wake up, that's when, okay, morning work time is done. Now is the time that we begin our day. We do breakfast, we do showers, get everybody dressed, and all of that happens pretty much at the same time. Toddlers, they tend to wake each other up, so I don't typically have one awake much before the other. Then after everyone's dressed, that's my morning housework time. I start a load of laundry every morning. I'll clean up from breakfast, and I'll do any prep that needs to be done for dinner. So if I need to get some meat out of the freezer, or if I need to chop some vegetables, I'm very high energy in the morning. So I always just find it easier to do kind of prep stuff then. Any basic housework that needs to happen happens then, and the boys have independent playtime. And I do try to play music during this time because I find I'm not actually a listening to music all the time kind of person, but I'm trying to intentionally introduce music, especially Spanish music, to them right now. And it's been helping me actually with my Spanish. So I play Spanish music while we do that. I like Fernando Ortega, or the Songs for Saplings in Spanish, or Marta Gomez. There's several good options, trying to rotate through a few options. Then we do our preschool time, and I'm going to have a different video. I don't know if it will already be released before this one, but I'm going to have a different video of what is my actual preschool routine right now. Preschool time, and then we leave the house. This typically will happen around 11. Usually I find that by 11, we're all kind of needing a change of scenery, a different location, which right now we're in lockdown. There's not many places we can go, but we can go for a walk on the street. We can go to Grandma's house. My parents live in the same apartment building as us. So we typically will do something like that, go to my parents' house, and I'll do some schoolwork with my sisters. The boys will play at Grandma's, and then we'll have lunch. Now, afternoon, we're working on it, try to implement some kind of quiet time. So this is our more chill time of the day, not too much intentional activities right after lunch. We're not really doing nap time anymore. My 20-month-old has decided naps are for babies. But try to do, we're going to play quietly then, or you guys can look at picture books by yourself or something. Ideally, I would like to be able to sit and read a book, but my kids are very little right now, need a lot of supervision, so that will probably be in a future season of life, a daily rhythm when kids are a little bit bigger. Then after a bit of quiet time, then we'll do some kind of afternoon intentional activity. This is when we really like to play a game. My sons definitely love very active games, so it might be something related to school, or it might be maybe if we didn't get to something during our preschool time that I was planning on doing, we would do that for some kind of afternoon activity. I also sometimes will do get out kinetic sand or lentils for our little sensory table, something like that. Sometimes if my sister says, hey, can I play with the kids this afternoon? Or if my husband doesn't have work, then I might use this time, I might do a little bit of writing work or something like that. But not so often lately. Then, after that, I'll make dinner. We like to eat dinner fairly early. We usually eat, if my husband's done with work, we would like to eat around 4:30, 5 o'clock. We like early dinners. Then we clean up the kitchen, and I'll finish any housework for the day after dinner. So that's fairly early in the evening since we do have an early dinner. Then these might shift around a little bit just depending on how we're feeling. I have a devotional book that I'm reading through with my husband, Angel. A lot of times we'll do that right after, or Angel will go running after dinner. He's always been a big runner. He used to do a lot of races. There aren't any races, happening anymore because of a pandemic, but he still tries to run just about every day. And then the boys will just, run around the house, do whatever. We like to do family fun time. We like to have family quality time in the afternoons or after dinner. Once Angel's done working, everyone's done working, there's nothing more on the to-do list. We used to, when we're not in lockdown, we like to just go on a little outdoors outing, go to a playground, go to the beach, go on a walk. Right now, there's not really anywhere we can go, so we'll do dancing around in the home, wrestling. I mean, I have 2 boys, so wrestling is a legitimate activity, and, just whatever. We might go visit Grandma and Grandpa so that they can see Grandpa, who's also working during the daytime, so that they could play with him, play with toys, go sit on Grandma and Grandpa's balcony. This always looks a little bit different, but it's kind of our quality time with everybody portion of the day. Then bedtime routine for boys. Ideally started about half an hour before bed, but sometimes it's more like 15 minutes, which is showers, dress, brush teeth, and then we read 2 books. And ideally try to read 2 books, but sometimes, another favorite book gets requested, and it's really hard for me to say no to reading a book, so I usually say yes. Then they both go down to bed. And that is the end of my work day. So that is our daily rhythm. And I have this now. I put it in a page protector just so it won't get bent up or dirty, and I have it taped to the side of my bookshelf where I can see it, just because we got out of a daily rhythm while we were traveling for 2 months this summer. Now we're getting back into it. This really doesn't look much different than it did before the summer, although quiet time used to be a much bigger part of our afternoon. Now playtime, game time, afternoon activities is a little bit bigger because they're kind of at that in-between of they don't take naps, but they're not also big enough to just, sit quietly and not have a lot of direction in their life right now. So we're kind of in an in-between phase with that. But I really appreciate this rhythm, as I just know what I do next. When I don't work until I'm done working, I work until the boys wake up. And then when the breakfast showers and everyone's dressed, that's when I do my housework. After I do the necessary housework of the morning, that's when I do preschool. So everything just naturally goes after another. And at no point in my day am I thinking, I don't know what I should be doing. Because I have times that, okay, if I have downtime, this is when the downtime is going to happen, as far as when the babies are awake. Or this is when my husband likes to go running, so this is when I can plan on him running and doing something with the kids. And this is the time that we will have our family togetherness time. So I find this really helpful. I hope that it can kind of be helpful for you too, to take a look at how a daily rhythm might work, and you can think about how it would look in your family. Alright, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. That helps me a lot, and I would love to hear your comments and feedback in the comment section below. See you next time. Bye!